After 2 days of auction, here we are. I mean, it was a pretty interesting auction, to be honest. And yeah, I had high hopes from RCB, and today we're only gonna talk about RCB. 10 teams, so 10 videos, content, everything for content. So yeah, today we're gonna talk about RCB, and I honestly had high hopes from RCB that they would buy at least one among David Warner, Shreyas Iyer, or Ishan Kishan. But I mean, it was really sad to see that they couldn't get any of those. I mean, literally, David Warner was so cheap. I mean, it's you simply can't understand that stuff. And again, they bid 10 crores for Hasaranga. I mean, in the RCB cafe where there was a live screening of the auction, the RCB fans were literally cheering for the Punjab franchise, so that they buy Hasaranga and not RCB. I mean, I don't know what the management is doing out there. Honestly, I don't understand. I don't understand. And I when I looked at the squad after the auction, I honestly thought that they blew it. I mean, the only standout player I could see in the team was Faf du Plessis. Apart from him, everybody was a mediocre player. I mean, nobody stands out apart from him. So yeah, pretty disappointing. But then I looked, because I had to analyze. I had to make a video about RCB today. So I analyzed the whole squad, and then I mean, it's a good squad. I mean, of course, I'm honestly again disappointed that they couldn't get Shreyas Iyer, Ishan Kishan, or David Warner. But again, at the same time, it's a mediocre squad. Not so good and not so bad either. Just a mediocre squad. They managed to get a few players back. I mean, Harshal Patel, Shehbaz Ahmed. I mean, Shehbaz Ahmed. I mean, yeah, it's. I'm really glad that they did get him back, because he's really a floater. He's like our Ishan Kishan, because he could bat at the top, he could bat in the middle, and of course he provides you with the spin option. So really glad that we bought him back, and of course Harshal Patel. I mean, of course everybody's happy about him. So yeah, I did make 11 about RCB. It's right here. So I'm gonna read it out for you. Faf du Plessis, of course, opening along with Virat Kohli, and then at number three, I thought that at number three I'll maybe have an uncapped Indian, and then Maxwell at four, because what if the top three wickets fall early, then there wouldn't be a strong batsman in the middle order. But then again, as the dynamics of the squad are, I had to put Glenn Maxwell at three, and then Mahipal Lomror at four. I think Mahipal Lomror is a good boy. So yeah, he's at number four. At number five, Dinesh Karthik, our wicket keeper. At number six, Shehbaz Ahmed. Number seven, I think either Hasaranga or Shafin Rutherford, depending upon which type of all rounder you want to play. If it has to be a spin all rounder, then Hasaranga, or if it has to be a fast bowling all rounder, then Shafin Rutherford. So yeah, that's I think number the seventh slot is open for debate: Hasaranga or Shafin Rutherford, depending on the pitch. Number eight is Mohammad Siraj. Number nine, again, there are three fast bowling options available in Josh Hazelwood, Jason Behrendorff, and David Willey. They could play either of them, but I think uh, Josh Josh Hazelwood walks into your first 11. So I think he'll be the first pick, but again, you could pick any of these three. And then at number 11, I'll have, again, it is open for debate, Siddharth Kaul or Karan Sharma, depending upon the pitch, because they there are only three bowlers walking straight into the first 11, and they are Shehbaz Ahmed, Harshal Patel, and Mohammad Siraj. I mean, uh, out of these three, two are fast bowlers and one is a spinner. So I think, again, keeping all the dynamics in mind, I think the number 8 and number 11 spot are open for debate. They could play either a fast bowler or a fast bowling all rounder, or a spinner or a spinning all rounder. So I think that's the 11 I have, and the away players, of course, Faf du Plessis, Glenn Maxwell, Hasaranga or Sharfin Rutherford, Jason Behrendorff, Josh Hazelwood, or David Willey, and I have. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I covered the four players, and now, of course, every RCB fan wants to know the answer to this question: that who will be the captain of the upcoming season. And honestly, again, I wanted them to buy Shreyas Iyer, because he's he's a captain that walks straight into your 11, and he's a good number three as well. And if he would have been in the team, he would have batted number three as captain of the side. Then at number four we'd have Glenn Maxwell. So it would have been a pretty solid middle order. But again, we couldn't get him. We couldn't get David Warner either. We couldn't get Ishan Kishan either. I mean, he was also captaincy candidate, considering the fact that RCB is now really looking, to build a new squad. So yeah, again, no solid captain walking into your straight 11, but of course, you've got options in Faf du Plessis, Virat Kohli. Again, there's a reason why I'm mentioning Virat Kohli's name, although he stepped down from the role himself. You've got Dinesh Karthik and you've got Glenn Maxwell. I think, Glenn Maxwell, I don't see many chances of him being the captain. He was captain once in 2017 IPL of the Punjab franchise, but it was again a not so good season for him. So I think he, of course, also there are drawbacks of naming a overseas player, of making a overseas player your captain. So I don't think Glenn Maxwell is in that race anymore. Dinesh Karthik again is an option, but I don't think he'll. Again, he himself stepped down from KKR's captaincy, and I don't think he's a good captaincy candidate either, because he captained in 3.5 seasons, 2018, 2.5 seasons, 2018, 2019, and the half of the 2020 season, and KKR couldn't qualify in either of those seasons. So yeah, again, Dinesh Karthik, you wouldn't make him your captain. Again, you've got only two options left: Faf du Plessis and Virat Kohli. And again, the RCB management said that if they don't have a solid captaincy candidate, they will approach Virat Kohli and they will ask him to, be the captain of the side again. So again, you don't have a solid captaincy option. Again, Faf du Plessis is a really, really able man. He's a really qualified captain, but this age is simply is not on his side, because he's 37 already, and he'll play maybe 2 or 3 years, and RCB has to build a squad for the future here. And Virat Kohli is pretty younger than du Plessis. Again, also Virat Kohli stepped down from captaincy because he was quitting the T20 format as captain, because he wanted to focus on ODIs and tests. But now, because he's not captain of any of those formats, he's relieved of his captaincy duties. So you could approach him and he could be the captain. So it's a strong possibility that he could be the captain on the side again. But the only name I can think of as captain right now is Faf du Plessis. I mean, I honestly want Virat Kohli to be the captain, because there are drawbacks of having an overseas captain, and again, the age is simply not on du Plessis' side. So the only captain again I could see in the squad is Virat Kohli. Yeah, Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli should be a captain. And again, if I have to give this team a rating out of 10, I mean, I'll honestly give 6, because this is simply a recap of the squad that we had in 2020 and 2021. That's it. Yeah.